position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Longhorns will put it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Handoff from the gun. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pressure coming. Gets it out fast. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Got the first himself. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Here's the handoff.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He'll keep it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Wants to pass it. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top.
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The Vols in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Touchdown ball! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. It's Woods. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on third and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on third and long.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Quarterback gets the first down. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. Here comes the offense on first down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeps it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. Quick completion to the right. Strong, firm tackle.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside. Beck's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Woods. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Woods. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. The snap sets up the throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Quickly complete. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got a man, it's Brooks. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before he's looking deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you can tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it off to start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Texas offense. Calls his own number. Past the sticks, and he may get more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They're able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down, trying to burn this defensive back. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Brooks. Can't get it. Another broken tackle. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Vols come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He'll pull it down. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop with the sweet little catches, plenty to give him a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Volunteers will try to punch it in on first and goal. That pass is incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A long way to go on fourth and goal. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
This is a designed run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch a big fella.
They'll run it from the gun. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the job on this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one. For this running back being a factor in the pass game, that time they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys.
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. I'm not sure what good that did. Turning it on. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. This quarterback part of their running game. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
As sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, you know, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Texas! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
It's complete to the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back.
Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Vols are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between throws toward the end zone and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Fights off a defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. There is no doubt. They fake it, and he's on the run. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after